Hi, this is just another quick training video of how to cash your tills off at the end of the night. If you've seen previous videos, you'll see how to print off the X read on the till. So we're assuming by this point you've already done the X read on there, so we'll just take that as for granted that that's been done. And the difference between the X read and the Z read, the X read's a running total from the till throughout the shift, so that can be printed off any time. The Z read is a close down of your shift, so once you've pressed that, you can't go back in and redo any mistakes that might have been done throughout the shift. That's the main reason why we ask you to do the X read first, is that, for example, if you've forgotten to pay a tab off, or if there's a refund or a pay in or paid out that still needs to be done, it gives you the opportunity when you're doing the cashing up at the end of the shift just to go back in and sort any issues out before the end of the day. On this occasion, it's only people with a manager access that can do this, so as per previous videos, we're going to the manager screen again. We'll assume you've done the X read as previous videos, and that's printed off the report as below. So just a bit of a quick run through of what all these lines are, because it can get a bit confusing. So the main ones we're looking at is total sales, which is total sales that have gone through the till. So this could be card, cash, whatever form of payment it's taken. So what we're looking for is that to be split out and to know what the cash and card values are. So we know we haven't taken any card payments on this occasion just because of the till that I'm working on. So all the sales on this at this point are all cash sales, the 353.85, which is there. If you've taken £100 of card sales, for example, which you'd be able to see on a summary report on the card machine, you just do 353.85 minus 100, and that'd be your total cash sales. So once you've known that, and then you count your cash in your drawer. We don't have a cash drawer on this till, unfortunately, but once you've done your cash up, you'll know what the total amount is in your till. So we can then go into Z read. And again, a lot of this information will be based on previous videos that we've done. So how to do a paid in and a paid out, they will automatically appear on there. And your float at the beginning of your shift should also appear on there. So on those occasions, we put a float as £100. So that should be in your cash drawer along with your cash sales. A paid out, which again, there should be a receipt in your cash drawer. And a paid in, again, should be in your cash drawer, and this will give you an overall total of the figure. So to get a declared number here, you type in the cash including float. So we know the float's £100, and we know the total cash sales is 353.85 because we don't want any card sales. So on this occasion, we would put 453.85. So you can see we've done 453.85 there. Then we minus the float, added the pay in, minus any, and that should give the actual figure. If you did have card sales, for example, you could type stuff into there. So if you had £100 worth of sales, you'd do that, but on this occasion we have nothing. So it should expect you to bank in total 378.85. If you press confirm, it says please check the amount, so press OK, confirm again, and it will automatically print you out the Z read. So you don't need to, you can press no for print another copy unless you need any for any report purposes. And that'll print out a very similar report to the X read, but I'll just say Z read at the bottom, and it'll have your cash declared and all the stuff basically put in the till as well.